welcome to my channel, and today in this video I'm here to talk about a very interesting topic, and these topics are two wonderful stories, and these stories are about nutrition. These stories are really mind-storming stories. These stories will definitely change your mind and your entire attitude of looking towards nutrition. So I'm going to tell you the story about discovery of a very important nutrient, very important vitamin, and I'm going to tell you a story of one British physician, British doctor. Before the discovery of this particular vitamin, what all things he did, and as I always keep on saying, in lots of my videos, do not ever do self-trials, and self-trials are really detrimental. So what actually happened to even a physician who was a practicing registered licensed physician, not just in India but in Britain, which is so advanced than India in terms of technology and medicines, and still what happens with his health. Okay, so that's why the self do it your own are really no from my side to all my viewers, because the story will literally make you stunned, because what happened with the doctor and what happened with him just within the time period of 7 months. Can you imagine? And this is a true story. This is totally true story. Okay, so stay tuned with me for these beautiful stories, and what I'm going to tell you right now is the motivation. I really got the motivation from my recent free QA session. I am scheduling free question answer sessions online, and this is scheduled on 10th date of every month. The time is 3 to 4 p.m. that is afternoon, as per Indian Standard Time IST. So those of you who wanna discuss, chit chat, or have just fun with me, and if you really wanna ask any of your questions, take benefit of these free QA sessions, you just have to drop me an email on the email ID mentioned below, which is anyways contact@greenups.com. And let me tell you, if you want to consult me, you are going to get all those details in the description box of this same video. If you are a Russian reader and you really love to find out more about me and more about my writings, you wanna get a bit of knowledge before taking my consultation, or maybe while taking my consultation, that would be really a great advantage. So you can even ask me. My ebooks are there available for you, and these are available on Amazon and Google Play Store, so you can just read it right from your tablet, your mobile, your desktop. It's just at a click, and all these clicks and the links for those clicks are just below in the description box. So do not forget to check out the description box, because you're gonna get all the information all about how to consult me, the direct link and quick payment link to consult me. You are going to get the link of my ebooks, and you're also going to get the contact details if in case you want to reach me. Okay, so I was telling you about this free session. I already told you, 10th of every month, 3 to 4 p.m. IST. Interested people just drop me an email. That's pretty much simple. So without any further any other topics, okay, let us just switch to the point, the story. Thank you so much, everybody, those of you who joined that session and really had a lot of fun in the session together. And I really appreciate people doing a little bit of researches after hearing my videos, and what it gives me is the real satisfaction that whatever I'm speaking that's going to you, and it is really helpful to you, because a lot of you are thinking about it, a lot of you are researching all about it, using the literature, and you are coming to me with a little bit of doubts, which is fantastic. So I feel myself so precious and thankful to God that I'm able to uh, take you to the right direction. Basically, that's what I can say. And thank you so much for watching my videos with such a um, you know, with such a mind and brains and what can we say, the concentration and trying to get a lot of things out of my videos is the tendency that I can just find out through my I had 2 to 3 definitely QAs after starting my full-fledged YouTube since 2018, and it has been fantastic session. So this was the question we just had during this session, and I'm not here to disclose anybody's names, as all of you know. So that lady actually told me that she understood that nutrition is of clinical importance, and it cannot be separated from the body, from the medical systems of the body. And she told me to explain it in the shortest and simplest ways that she can understand, being a non-medical and just the ordinary person. So I gave her the story, and it really turned out to be the great chit chat topic, and it was really fun all we had anyway. So uh, this is all about how to, you know, use the nutrition as the treatment, and can you really use nutrition as a treatment. So then we started and came to this point totally. um, this was in the 1930s when Mr. Albert, who was a great medical professor from um, I think he was from Germany related those countries. I'll just keep you updated. Hungary, I think, if I'm not wrong. So one of the European medical professor, medical researcher, Mr. Albert, uh, he discovered the chemical. He discovered the chemical, which is ascorbic acid. Okay, and later on, this chemical was, you know, but I mean, this chemical became popular, and it is nowadays known by the simple name as vitamin C. So this is a story all about vitamin C. So can you treat patients with the nutrition, and how? Basically, she wanted to understand that, so I started with this. And it was basically the deficiency of vitamin C noticed in the sailors long back those centuries, who were, you know, traveling on the sea since many months, and they were deprived of any fresh food and fresh fruits basically. And these people, all of them who were there on the boat, you know, they suffered from the similar symptoms. You know, that was brainstorming, and what happened is, they were, all of them were having bleeding gums. Okay, and all of them were having immunity issues, and bleeding gums was especially very severe and very noticeable in all the people, you know, who are on the boat, no matter the person is fat or person is slim or whatever is the age, but excuse me. So that was brainstorming, and I just, googled it on the Wikipedia, because most of the people just use Wikipedia for their references. So I just googled and found out that there is not the detailed information about this, but I remember that I learned it in my learning days. So I know the story. The story is like, all of them were suffering, and they were suffering because of something, and uh, nobody was knowing actually that time, what is the issue, and how should we treat this, because whatever was the knowledge that time, they were doing it, and um, nobody was getting relief. They all had a skin issues, they all had the bleeding gums, basically immunity problems. So later on, while just traveling, once they got oranges on one of the land. This part was not there on the Wikipedia page that I just um, referred before making the video. So as per my information, they got those citrus fruits. Citrus fruits is, these are the group of fruits. They got oranges, and um, they just did all the storage for their future travel, and then they started eating those oranges. So all of the sailors were eating the oranges, and as and when they started eating oranges, the bleeding gums and skin issues and immunity issues and everything started improving. So then they got to know that this orange is the solution for whatever things they have. And this is actually the story. This was the thing happened. And then as per information available, actually people were not knowing, is the only orange is the remedy, or what is the disease, and um, uh, what is the name of that disease, how should we treat it, and which is actually the medicine which can be used to treat it. People were not knowing all these things. So uh, those researchers, Mr. Albert, he found that out that in the laboratory, the substance ascorbic acid, and later on that was confirmed in the citrus fruits, and then they actually named it as the scurvy, which is the disease that was caused because of severe deficiency of vitamin C, and all of them were suffering from scurvy, and on replenishing the nutritional stores of all those vitamin C uh, by means of those oranges that they got over there. The scurvy was cured, and many of them got relief after that. So this is how the story is. So this is really mind blowing story that nutrition was not well known as a science that time, or like that even that we know today, and it's a very upcoming science. So there are lots of researches going on as of today, and we really need to be ourselves updated regarding new things coming up, and treatment lines and effectiveness of which particular nutrient and what, and dosage, and many things, so many things. So it's a very updated science. And in 1930s actually, it was what exactly that lady asked me, the treatment of the disease, which was done only with the help of vitamin C, the ascorbic acid, also known as the citric acid, and that was remarkable. And the story actually is in 1930s, but in 17th century, in 1776, or in that period, in the middle of the 17th century, there was a British British physician, Dr. Stark. He was a doctor, and he was a physician. And we people keep on learning everything all the time, because it's learning for us. We learn from every patient. It's a lifetime process for us. So during his studies, he decided to work on the nutrition and diet and food related issues. But the mistake that he did is, he did those experiments on himself, and because vitamin C was discovered in 1930s, which is extremely recent. Maybe we are now in 2018, so it's just the time of my uh, grandfather's um, birth, probably that time, 80 to 90 years before. So in 17th century, people were not having any clue about nutrition as a science and treating with the help of nutrition, and these things were not at all well known. So what he did is he decided to do some changes in his diet. So it is just as simple as you or many of you viewers are doing it right now. Like, okay, let's see, I will lose weight, so I'll cut these things off my diet and I will eat only these things in my diet. Like that. Lots of you do this, and many of the people who are coming to me, they do this, or maybe they come to me after doing this, and see what happened with this British physician who was MBBS physician in 1776, a very talented, smart, and awesome minded intellectual person doing research here. He just did experiment on himself. Now all the medicals know that experiments should be done on only the allowed animals, and there are hardly 2-3 animals on which the experiments are allowed. So he thought, like, just changing your diet is nothing. So his dietary changes were totally, like without fresh fruits and vegetables. Okay, and how you find it? If I'm telling you to omit something from your diet, like do not eat this vegetable, or many of you do this, not eating anything but only eating XYZ food, because that is so-called diet food, tagged as diet food and like that. So you're doing it now, 2018, 2019, and he did it long back in spite of being a doctor. And okay, that time it was not known at all. And guess what happened? Just within 7 months, how much? Just within 7 months, the doctor died. He expired. Okay, so, and later on, obviously in 17th century, there were no researches, and such science was not existing basically. But later on, when researchers did more details, and all these researchers were studying, they also tried to study Dr. Stark's diet and more about his health, because he experimented on his own health, so they had to study his health and his death and everything. And then in 1930s, after the discovery of vitamin C, many of the researchers, many, so many, or most of the researchers, they confirmed that the death of Dr. Stark, the British physician, in the 17th century was because of scurvy. So this is the disease, scurvy, which is caused by deficiency of vitamin C. And see what happens. If you're not taking nutrition in the proper amount, you can even die. So this is it. And when I see things to people, especially in India, people want to do lots of things their own, and I am practicing 10 plus years. I have seen the changes in the mentality, and the awareness in India is boomed. Yeah, but they are falling prey of something easy, quickest. I want to lose weight. Why you want to lose weight? Just because I feel so. Medically it is not required, or maybe medically you are having ideal body weight, but I feel so I should lose some weight. So what have you done is I have, cut down my one meal entirely, or I'm not eating at night time, or I'm omitting certain food groups through your diet totally, and see what actually happens. Okay, so why do I say do not do this? Another reason is your body has natural ability and all these functions restored very well, healthy body, to process all the things in your body, whatever you're eating and everything. But as you start playing with it, your body gets obviously deprived of nutrition, body gets more stress, and body's function ability reduces, and uh, then affects on metabolism gets low, and then no matter what you do, you can't lose weight, or um, lots of health issues start occurring. Then you are also going to increase the stress on your body by taking lots of medicines or doing excessive workout, which may not be actually required or may not be actually benefiting you. Just playing with your body, and it is such a detrimental, it is so horrible. And we really enjoyed in our QA sessions. Lots of people um, came up with their own experiments and what they are seeing all around them, and how people are doing such things, and how I also got to know a couple of stories from those people, that they have seen how people are not following right nutrition, and how they did something wrong, then what all things they faced in their lives and all. So don't do it your own for diet and nutrition issues. And diet and nutrition treatment is not just the plain paper where the diet plan is written. If you are under that impression, come out of that impression. We are in 2019. It is the treatment. It needs extremely, as per my experience, in-depth knowledge of medicine, in-depth knowledge of human body anatomy, physiology, and in-depth knowledge of clinical nutrition. So do not play with it. It is not something to play with like you're playing with different shades of eyeshadow. Okay, so it can be really literally life threatening as well. And those of you who are further interested can really Google, starch diet. You will actually get many more details as well. So these were the two stories, and I got the mails from people that people love my chit chat and listening stories from me. So thank you so much for your lovely feedback. Really makes me feel so loved, and makes me feel so happy to share something really nice, and um, you know give you something really important thing that can change your life. So thank you so much for your feedback, and I'm continuously taking your feedback into the consideration, and by considering those feedbacks I have made this video. I could have done PowerPoint presentation kind of, or slides and pictures kind of things as well, saying how this thing is good and how this thing is bad, and just the words flowing on the screen. But lots of people love hearing me, love listening me. They want to talk to me, they love the way I talk, and I got so beautiful emails. So I decided to continue in this way, and tell all of you in the form of stories, which are more likely in the form of chit chat, so you people are not just reading something and you will find it something scientific, so why should I read and issue. But you will get something, not just in your brains but in your mind as well, that something should really appeal you, like, oh my god, really it is not that easy. Even if you get this much out of this video and 25 minutes of this video, it's not that enough. So stay tuned with me for lots of such beautiful, stunning videos in the 2019, and wish you all, of course, awesome and healthy, wealthy, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful new year ahead.